Hey everybody, this is Ben Hansen from Game Informer, and I'm here with
John Garvin, the creative director at Ben Studio.
And
Jeff Ross, game director at Ben Studio. I'll be playing the game today.
there we go. And what are we looking at here?
So we decided to show you guys like just the very beginning of the game. So the absolute first hour. So you boot the disc up, you're in the game, and this is what you're going to experience. So we wanted to start you out in the open world, kind of show off a little bit about how our weather works, how the lighting works, all the detail we've put into the world, and introducing our two main characters. So you got Deacon St. John and Boozer William Boozer Gray.
We lost him.
He can't be far.
Wait, hold on. Cut your engine.
It's Alvarez.
Yeah, so where's Leon?
Shit, she's alive. Alvarez. Alvarez, hey. Hey, where's Leon?
Where's the drugs?
Alvarez, what happened here? I mean, who did this? Was it Rippers?
Leon did this.
Fucking Leon.
Come on.
I gotta kill that son of a bitch!
Why the hell would Alvarez take off with a piece of shit like Leon?
So the first section of the game is Deacon and Boozer, bounty hunters, on their bikes, chasing down this guy named Leon, who was a drug thief and a murderer. And the whole thing was designed to introduce you to bike gameplay. And that's really kind of one of the things we wanted to show off, was one of the more powered up bikes.
Yes, which will become important soon enough.
She's gonna give a shit.
I'm not leaving her for the free.
Yeah, so one of the things you're noticing here is that they had to get off the main road. So we call it the broken road. So one of the key things in the game is that the highways have all been washed out, bridges have been destroyed to try to stop the hordes that roam through the world, and you end up doing a lot of off-roading. So Deacon's bike is called a drifter bike, and it's kind of a cross between a street bike and a dirt bike. So jumps like this happen throughout the game. We really just wanted to, to make the bike gameplay itself as exciting as we possibly could.
While still grounded.
Yeah, I think it is pretty grounded actually. It's like, you can upgrade your bike. There's all kinds of, you can get nitro boosts and so on, but you can't, it's never going to be like a super bike. It's going to be realistic.
Deacon will never land a front flip, can you promise that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Hey, wait! Nah, I see smoke. It's coming from his bike.
He's burning out his engine! Now we got that fucking son of a bitch!
Pain in my goddamn ass.
You can see some of the wildlife in the game.
Yeah. It's nice to show off some of the team's work there right at the beginning, put them nice and close to the path.
Hold up! Laid his bike down.
Shit, come on, we got him!
Cover me, right behind you. Hey, where you going?
Well, we had to have gone under here. We know the trail's at that end.
Come on, maybe he doesn't know that. Look.
Oh, Jesus, Boozer, we don't have time
Come
for
on,
your
what do you
Daniel
see?
Boone bullshit. Now, come on.
Just look. Don't you remember a damn thing I showed you?
I don't see shit.
Look, Deke. I know you were a city boy. But we've been out here for what? A couple of years? You gotta know this shit, bro. What are you gonna do if something happens to me?
All right, okay. All right. Yeah, see, you went that way.
Bullshit. Come on.
In this opening sequence, we really kind of wanted to introduce the player to like all the core mechanics in the game. So we started out with the bike, and now we're doing an on-foot tracking sequence.
Having a deal with Copeland.
No, Leon's been fencing shit to Copeland for a long time. Finally caught up with him.
Hey, wait. Hold up.
What? What's wrong?
You tell me.
Oh, Jesus, Boozer, we don't have time for this shit.
Then follow his tracks, goddammit.
Shit. All right, let me see. Wait. Here. Down this way.
Really? You sure?
Tracks are fresh, I'm sure.
Really? Was that so hard? Come on.
So where the hell did you learn to track shit anyway?
Used to go elk hunting with my old man when I was a kid. Ended up tracking shit for miles.
Bet you wore a red flannel shirt, some overalls, nice pair of chukka boots.
Smart ass. Holy shit!
Leon, we're just here to talk.
That's all we want to do, man.
Oh yeah, is that why Tucker sent you to talk? Well, here's all I gotta talk about.
Fuck.
Come on. You okay, brother?
Yeah. Just a graze. Son of a bitch can't aim worth a damn.
Son of a bitch.
I'm fine, Boozer.
You guys might recognize this from the 2017 E3 demo.
What? What's wrong?
There's a trail of blood right there. You see it?
In that demo, Deacon took a left through that rock cleft and ended up heading into an ambush camp. In this one, he's going to take a right.
Yeah, I see it. There's blood on the rail. He must be heading down there, toward the falls.
Yeah. He's losing a lot of blood. He's not getting far. Come on.
How many writers are working on this game?
To be honest, just mostly one.
Really?
Yeah.
And that is
Me.
Search him. Bleeding out. That's a hell of a way to go. It's slow. A lot of pain, but I suppose you know all about that.
She was still breathing when we found her, you piece of shit.
I wasn't gonna waste a bullet, not on her.
Hold on for a second now. Where's the stash, Leon? If you tell us, unlike you, I can promise you we'll make it quick. Don't look like you'd be suffering for too long. Leon, you got a little problem here. See, they can smell your blood from all the way down there. What do you suppose that feels like? Huh? Torn apart? Heap alive?
Guess he's gonna find out.
Up yours.
Goodbye, Leon.
No, wait. All right, no. I got it right here, take it.
Where?
In the cemetery. It's in the old cemetery.
Thank you.
No, you said. Do it. Don't leave me out here, man. You said you would make it quick. Do it. Do it. You goddamn liar. Do it.
all right, John. As creative director, how are you feeling about this?
Me personally, I would say shoot him.
Why didn't you just write and then Deacon shot the guy then?
Well, because there's no right answer.
Okay.
There's different answers, and it's a chance for the player to express themselves and kind of how much they relate to the world and see what the consequences might be.
And it's one of those things where, so Deacon St. John is in a certain state at the start of the story, right? He's got a certain moral compass. The player has some agency over how to control that. And we give you all the information you need here. It's like things that you do during the game are going to have an impact, especially on your best friend Boozer. So this is really one of those sort of marquee moments where you get to kind of choose how you're going to affect your brother in the game, because it's obvious that they're both members of the same outlaw MC. And so we just kind of throw this in there right at the very beginning to make sure that the player is aware that there are key points in the game where he's going to have an effect on how Boozer feels about Deacon.
Like under a dozen, though? Do you have a rough ballpark?
There's more than that. So there's
Okay.
there's moments like this, and these are pretty rare. But there's also optional jobs that you can do, and optional missions that you can do. So
That all affect Boozer.
that all affect how the story is going to evolve.
Gotcha. Okay, well, Jeff, you're the guy playing. How do you feel?
Okay, well, I care about Boozer, but Alvarez was my friend too, so I can't let Leon get away with that. So,
Wow. All right.
No.
Oh, please, you
Deke.
said.
Let's go.
I wasn't gonna leave him to them. I don't give a shit what he's done. Tuck's gonna need something for the bounty. Hey, were you really gonna leave him to the freaks?
You saw what he did to Alvarez. You heard what he said. I didn't want to waste a bullet.
Shit. You ever wonder what makes us different from assholes like Leon?
We're alive.
I think this is a good example of our dynamic weather system kicking into gear here. So we've seen a gamut so far of weather types.
He left Alvarez. Hey, hold up. I want to search this camp, see if I can't find something to fix up this scratch.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, this should work.
Rag, here we go.
Crafting, pretty important part of the game.
Yeah, this is a big one. I mean, the player's ability to survive is going to depend on their ability to live off of the land. Whatever they can find in the world, they're going to have to find a way to employ to survive. And in this case, it's a pretty basic recipe, is what we're calling them, where the player learns new tools to craft certain items together for a different outcome. Early on, it's bandages. Later on, it can turn into herbal buffs and stronger medicine buffs.
What state is this build in? Is there any way you can describe it for people watching?
Pre-beta.
Pre-beta. Okay. Unfinished.
Not finished.
There we go.
Thought we were going hunting tonight. Take some bullets into Tucker.
Well, not if it's pissing down rain.
Nah, man, we need the camp credits. Gotta stock up on supplies.
Yeah, okay. I don't want to be out all night, though.
Jesus, I gotta get in shape.
Don't be such a pussy. Come on. I'm gonna see if there's anything we can salvage on Leon's bike.
No. God damn it.
What?
Son of a bitch.
Guessing that's the fuel line, unless you just pissed yourself.
Fuel pump. Leon. Yeah, shot out my damn fuel pump. Can we get anything off Leon's bike?
Nah, it's done. Look, let's just go back to O'Leary Mountain. We'll head out in the morning, find some parts, and come back and get your bike.
No. I think I got a better idea. Why don't we just get it while we're out here?
What?
Well... Crazy Willie's isn't far from here. Let's just head over there.
What are you thinking?
We were going out hunting tonight anyway. Crazy Willie's is as good a place as any.
Yeah, okay.
Hunting freakers? Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, what did Leon give you?
Damned if I know. Drawing of an angel or something.
An angel? What the hell?
Map of some kind. Once we get my bike back, let's head up to the cemetery, look around.
Yeah. Okay.
Road's out again.
Ah, shit. So, tomorrow, we get the drugs, take him to Tucker, collect on Leon's bounty. Then I say we head north.
We got a good thing going here.
We used to, but now, it's the goddamn encampments. They're like big, steaming piles of shit, attracting every drifter maggot in 100 miles.
And you think that shit's any different up north?
Don't matter, I think it'd do us good. Get the hell away from here.
Don't start that shit again.
I'm not starting. Fuck it. We'll talk about it later. Hold on, something's blocking the road.
Careful. I saw a setup like this a couple days ago. A bunch of rippers blocked the road with an old truck.
Come on, help me move it.
Okay, and while nothing is happening here, this is kind of foreshadowing the types of ambushes and ambient events we talked about earlier. So when players come across this, sometimes there's going to be nothing there, but sometimes it could be the work of enemies that have placed it there to specifically stop them and get them off their bike so they can attack them and steal his shit.
And that's dynamic in the world. Like, you know, you'll have your go-to path, and just one of the times you're traveling down it, there'll just be a blockade there?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So like in the E3 demo, you saw he got clotheslined. So again, those are all dynamic. So the kinds of things you have to be worried about when you're traveling through the open world. This is just one example of them.
Tuck will be happy about that.
Happy? No. No, Tuck's never happy about anything.
As long as we get paid, I don't give a shit. Coming up on the old Nero checkpoint. You ever make it down here?
Yeah, but the doors are all sealed shut.
Generators still work?
Not sure. They're out of fuel. But look, I'll get to it.
In some ways, all of this is just sort of introducing areas that you're going to come back to later. So you will have to come back to that Nero checkpoint later on to search for medical supplies.
I don't know, but it'll be clear with all the rain.
I don't think so.
Loan me your shotgun. I'll walk point.
Shit. Shit. Looks like you were right for a change. Tunnel's actually clear.
You say that like it's a good thing. I thought you wanted to hunt freaks tonight.
I do, but not when half our supplies are back on your bike.
Looks like that checkpoint had him backed up pretty good.
Shit. Look at them all. Bunch of goddamn dumbasses, the lot of them.
So like we saw in that camp earlier, searching for supplies in the world is important. It's vital to survive and sustain yourself out there. So cars are a huge resource for players, and for crafting supplies that they can turn into whatever tool they want. Cop cars are going to hold ammo. You know, the player's going to recognize places to look for stuff and go to them off.
Oh, Jesus. There. Come on, let's go.
Wait, hold up. How many Molotovs you got left back here?
Let's hit it on the way back. Leave it.
Yeah. Leave it my ass.
Son of a bitch. You're hoping someone's home.
And this is an introduction to another one of the key parts of the open world, which is freaker nests. Through the course of the game, you're going to learn a little bit about why they build these nests, but bottom line is the player can use Molotovs to destroy them.
More swarmers! Look out! Hey, Deke. Bro. I think he's dead. You're gonna break my shotgun.
Yeah. Okay.
You're going up there again.
What are you talking about?
Goddamn refugee camp. You only act like this when you're thinking about going up there.
Act like what?
It's not your fault that she's dead.
Drop it.
If you'd gotten on that chopper with Sarah, all that would have changed was
How the hell? Look, just drop it.
So freakers, it's an infection, and if they bite you, then you become infected and turn into a freaker? Is that how this works?
Yeah, if Deacon gets bitten, he dies.
Okay.
So that getting bitten is bad. In that sequence we just saw where Deacon was kind of losing it and smashing that freaker over and over in the head, we drop hints like that throughout the game, and you start to learn over time, like, who is Deacon, what's wrong with him, why is he so messed up, why is he so dead inside, and then, you know, as more and more is revealed, then then the player can begin to understand the journey that he's going to go on with him.
Warn me if you see anything.
like Jeff pointed out, emergency vehicles of all kinds are treasure chests in the world. So
Gotcha.
there's just all kinds of useful things you can find in them. I get the sense that Deacon doesn't like freakers very much.
Other people in the world just love them. Can't get enough of them.
He loves searching for supplies too. This is vital to surviving. Is anywhere you can find something, you got to take it and always be on the lookout.
Unlimited inventory?
No, it's limited with some room to progress and expand it.
Gotcha.
But back to the relatability. You know, he's never going to have a shopping cart full of supplies on him. It's still always pretty limited.
Fuck!
As you can see, the sounds are drawing the freakers in. There's really nothing the player can do about this, but you know, it's a tool that he can actually employ later as a tool in combat, either as a diversion or a distraction or a way to kind of bring two groups of warring enemies together, so he can use that to sneak by.
One of the things that I think kind of makes us unique from other post-apocalyptic games is we're 2 years out from the cataclysm that destroyed the world. That's why you still have batteries in vehicles that still work.
That's interesting.
You know, because if it had been 20 years or 20,000 years, probably that battery would be dead.
Yeah, it would look way different in 20,000 years.
You think?
Probably.
Days Gone 2, can't wait.
So the player's got a pretty basic default melee weapon. It's better than nothing, but his boot knife is better replaced by melee weapons you can find in the world and upgrade those and even repair them.
Using crafting.
Using crafting and using scrap. One of the things to repair that you use to repair your bike, you can choose to use it to repair your melee weapon. If you want to make that choice and hope that you have some scrap left over for other crafting and repairing the bike.
Another nest.
The other thing I want to point out is that Boozer's shotgun is actually pretty sweet.
Yes.
So again, we're giving you access to it very early on.
Okay.
So you get a taste of it, but you're not going to get to keep it.
Right.
Whoa. You just used the last one.
You got any shit to make more?
Yeah. Just hurry your ass up.
So you saw him burn a nest in a cinematic earlier, now you get to do it yourself. And you'll do this a lot in the game.
Here they come.
And you say nest. Is it just like their home, or what are they actually doing here?
Hey, come on. Get on.
They're sleeping.
Okay, give me a second.
They use them to hibernate. I mean, there's other things going on in there, but you don't learn about it until later in the game.
Okay.
I've been thinking about what you said about riding north.
Just saying. You need to get away from here. Clear your head, you know?
In the morning.
The most important thing is that there is fast travel in the game, but you have to earn it. And to earn it, you have to burn nesting zones.
I want to point out how this has been a contiguous path too, all the way through so far, that we're really traversing the game space contiguously.
With no load screens, right? So it is an open world, and we just passed from one of the opening regions, the Cascade Wilderness, into the Belknap Wilderness.
Wanted a freak show.
Shit.
Place is crawling.
And they eat each other?
They do. This is where we introduce the newts, which were adolescents when they were infected.
And I already know it's a bad idea.
You just ride on through. You pull as many of them off as you can. And I go in through the back, down that hill, find the garage.
Shit.
All right, you just give me a few minutes to find the part that I need. You ride back, we ride the hell out.
After I kill a few of the bastards.
Swear to God, you got a death wish.
Like I said, not tonight.
One of our goals was to just create an ecosystem. that is dynamic and alive and constantly changing. And so newts, because they're smaller, they tend to stay out of the way of swarmers, which are adult male and females. So they won't attack you unless you're wounded or unless you climb up into where they live, which is on the rooftops of things. Cool. So sometimes the player doesn't have a choice. He has to go up to where they are, but he can avoid them for the most part if he wants to.
Stay up there and we'll get along just fine.
You realize even though your game has like, you know, zombie freaker bears in it and stuff, those are the scariest thing I've seen so far.
That's what we're going for.
Yeah. Okay, good job.
And that's an example of a scenario that plays out a lot of different ways. Sometimes that swarmer will just go and attack the newt. Sometimes you could just Molotov both of them. I mean, there's lots of ways all these missions can be played. And this is the first wide linear sequence. So Jeff's going to take one path as he tries to get to Crazy Willie's garage to find this fuel pump, but there's lots of ways you can play this.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is one of the simplest missions, but it's got probably some of the widest set of possibilities the way it could play out. I just have to get inside that garage over there. But I could go through this parking lot, I could go through these buildings, I could go up through the back, I go over the roofs of some of them, I could come out here on the street. It's a good.
You could try to run and gun it.
If I try to run and gun it,
you're probably in trouble.
I'm going to fail at that. Yeah. You know, but we just want to give the player as much choice in any given situation as possible, and really just kind of restrict the amount of limitations the game puts on it for the sake of the mission requirements.
For sure. So this is going to be the first place where a majority of players die.
We're hoping that they're challenged.
Okay.
And they pick up on things well enough to survive by the skin of their teeth. But the game really does reward people for going slow and playing smart. You know, so going in and running and killing it at any point is never smart.
Yeah.
You're gonna pick up a lot of heat, and you just want to be very methodical and again on the lookout constantly for supplies that are going to help you when you need them the most. So every building in this game every interior the player can enter. At least 99%.
Yeah. So being able to go indoors and outdoors is something we really wanted the player to be able to do.
Yeah. It sounds like a lot of artwork.
It is a lot of artwork.
Those guys are good though, they can figure it out. They have figured it out.
So the other thing I want to talk about just a little bit is the setting. So because it's the high desert, you know, we've mentioned that, you know, it's kind of in the equivalent of Central Oregon, and you know, we hadn't seen a lot of games that use this environment. So it's got these, you know, these little truck stops like Crazy Willie's that are kind of quaint and very touristy, but they're also very run down. Even before the world ended, they were run down. And in the Belknap Wilderness, it's all, you're surrounded by all of these buttes and canyons that were all formed by lava flows from like 100,000 years ago. So it's a very, very unique environment.
I think people will be confused when you call it high desert. But in Oregon, you said a majority of it is just considered technically a desert.
High desert means that it's not your typical desert. We have moisture, so we get snow in the winter, and we get, you know, and we have a lot of vegetation. So it's not, you know, lowland desert is what most people think of with desert, but high desert means you get super extreme weather conditions. It could be snowing one minute and raining the next and sunny the next.
How's it going, brother? You ready?
Not yet. Still gotta find a way into Willie's garage. Gotta be a fuel pump inside.
Well, hurry your ass up. I rode past one of those, what the hell do you call them? The shit that Rippers put up.
Sigils.
Yeah, and it means they're up here somewhere.
All right, so I was able to avoid these guys earlier, but you know, if you'd gone around the whole building, you would have found all the doors are locked. I know that, so we can cut to the chase here. But now I kind of have to go up into their turf, and this is when they feel threatened, and this is when they're gonna become aggressive.
Okay.
And I really have no other choice. And right there, that's why they must die.
Because they will take you out.
It's them or you.
Some bottles for distractions?
No, to build Molotovs.
Ah.
Gotta be a fuel pump in here.
We have plenty of other tools for distractions. The player doesn't need to waste bottles on it.
Boozer, you there? I found the part. I'm heading out to the highway.
Rippers! Rippers! No, no, no! Ah! Oh! Ah, shit!
Rippers. Boozer? Boozman?
God damn it. Oh, God damn it, Boozer, where are you?
These tats are dead symbols of a dead man. Dead symbols of the lost.
Get off me! Son of a bitches! Biker man!
You must be brought low, biker man. For you are lost, and we are found.
Ah! The path, brother, the path.
We will show you.
I've never been burned by an acetylene torch, but I imagine it hurts.
Good God, yeah.
I bet it's so hot it doesn't even hurt.
And let's test that. We actually have a blowtorch in the office right now.
Rippers. Son of a bitch.
It's a fucked up thing to write, John.
I know, right?
Why'd you do that?
So this is
Sons of bitches, get off him!
the introduction to the cult Rest in Peace. And their slang name is Rippers. And you saw that they have all sorts of ritualistic scars on them. They burn themselves, they scar themselves, they worship freakers, basically. They think the event that destroyed the world was a celestial event, that all the people who were infected have somehow been taken up, and they aspire to that. And it makes them really messed up. And nice job, dude.
Thanks.
Oh my God.
Oh, shit.
Let me help you up.
I got this.
No, you don't. Get up.
Fucking rippers.
Gotta go.
It's like they were waiting for me or something. Fuck. I didn't see them, and then they were on me.
Okay.
Man,
Don't look at it.
goddamn.
I'm serious. Don't look at it.
God!
Don't look at it. Get on the bike.
Oh, shit. Go! Fucking rippers! Shit. Thought we'd never make it.
Hey, why don't you wait out here? Let me make sure it's all clear.
Screw that. There's a bunk calling my name.
All right. Pretty much like we left it.
What? Not like there's much to steal. Just gonna reintroduce myself. Oh. Oh, thank God.
I'm gonna go out and get my bike, find some shit for your arm. You gonna be okay?
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
I'll head over to that Nero checkpoint. They gotta have sterile bandages and
Wait,
painkillers.
don't leave my bike there.
No. I'm gonna be going out on foot while it's still light out.
Hey, I've got some ammo if you need it. In the footlocker by the door.
Thanks.
Hey, don't take my shotgun.
Boozer,
All right. Here you go.
Thanks, brother. Just feel kind of naked without it.
Now, why have it be the big on-screen prompt button press? Why not just have the shotgun sitting by the door and you can take it and he can react or not?
Because we're always interested in the characters, more than the props. So to me, it's having that beat where Deacon decides what is he going to do, and then the cutscene changes depending on what your actions are. So to me, it's just more interesting.
Couple of runs for Copeland.
So this is the introduction to the O'Leary Mountain Safe House. So this is an old watchtower that the Forest Service Department would have built.
Damn it, Boozer, your arm's not gonna be fine. Son of a bitch. I gotta find something for his arm.
And this is basically going to be your headquarters, for the first act of the game, and it's in the middle of the Cascade Wilderness. So Cascade Wilderness is unique because it's got a lot of dense forest, more so than anywhere else in the game.
I'm not taking Boozer's bike. I gotta get to mine before it gets dark. What the hell? Boozer, are you awake?
Yeah, Deke. What's up?
I just saw someone sneaking around the safe house.
What the hell? What's he doing?
No idea. I'm gonna follow him, see if there's some more where he came from.
Deke. Cope warned us. He'd seen drifters up on the mountain.
Like I said, screw Copeland. I'm not doing this shit for him. Deacon out.
So you can see that we've got stamina, and Deacon can sprint till he runs out. It's one of those things where, as you guys saw, you really need to be able to run from a situation when you need to, and that costs stamina. And the combat roll also costs stamina. So the player really has to kind of balance how long he's going to stay in the fight, meleeing it, versus how much energy he's going to leave himself in reserve to get out. And that's one of those attributes you can upgrade through the Nero checkpoints.
So what'd you find? It's just like I said, those drifters we saw running. What the hell?
He shot me!
Kill him! He shot him! He killed him! Yeah, keep on running around. What the hell's he doing just running around like that? Go! I got you covered! Cover me! Now! Don't let him go! He's hiding! Got him! He shot me!
And this is where you're wishing you had Boozer's shotgun.
Absolutely, absolutely. But as you can see, Deacon is fragile. He's got to constantly be on the lookout for supplies to craft more medicine because, especially early game, his health goes fast.
Come on, kill him! Cover me!
You guys gonna have difficulty settings?
No, the game itself is already pretty hard. Oh, as you can see, I just got on. We're just focusing on getting that dialed in because it's not very good when it's easy. It's a way more exciting game. It's a lot of fun, and kind of speaks to the fantasy of the apocalypse by being a challenge.
That's a bold move.
Yeah, we give too much away for free by making it having an easy mode.
I want to talk. Always looking for anyone who can use a gun. Yeah, just drop your weapon. Cover me! Cover me, now! Yeah! Come on! Yeah!
That's the last of them. Must have followed us here. Sons of bitches. Boozer, I found their camp. We don't gotta worry about those assholes anymore.
Who was it? Anyone we know?
Nah, just a few drifters looking to move in our safe house.
Like we were saying before, it's time to start thinking about heading north.
Let's get your arm fixed up, and then worry about hitting the road. I'm gonna be heading to my bike. Deacon out.
So the other thing we wanted to show off in this opening sequence is the progression of time as well as weather. So basically we start in mid-afternoon when you're starting that chase with Leon, and then it works its way towards sunset, and now it's night. And one of the things that happens at night is freakers become more common, they become more powerful.
Goddamn freakers.
I believe someone on your team informed us that the freaks come out at night.
That is true.
Okay, regrettably true.
Oh, dude, what was that?
Pre-beta.
Oh, shit. Move, move. Run. Oh, goddamn rain. If it's not the freaks, it's the goddamn rain. Where the hell am I? I gotta be getting close. Gotta get to my bike. Getting closer. I gotta get close. Come on, baby. Where the fuck are you? This is it. This is where we left it. My bike's gone. Fuck! Damn it, Copeland! Hey! You're from Copeland's camp? Where the hell is my bike? Hey, stop! White, god damn it!
I didn't take your bike, man. I swear.
I'm not gonna kill you! Stop running! Jesus Christ.
You gotta ask Copeland. I don't know nothing.
Hey! I just want my bike!
I didn't do nothing.
Oh, god damn it. Alright, now I'm gonna kill you. Boozer, you there?
Yeah, D. Get your bike?
Nope. Copeland's men got to it before I did. I'm heading to his camp.
Come on, man. Don't start any trouble.
Started it. They stole my goddamn bike.
Look, all I'm saying is, until we ride north...
Damn it!
So is the bike more sentimental, or is it literally like, I'm gonna have to die, or I will die out here now if I don't have my bike?
This is a good example of what happens when you go on foot. You're just susceptible to everything.
Gotcha.
And these guys are fast, especially at night.
So, what were you saying?
Look, all I'm saying is, until we ride north, we need him.
Need him? No. We don't need anyone.
Yeah? What about when your engine blew?
St. John, is that you?
Some son of a bitch stole my bike!
Don't know nothing about that. You gotta go talk to Manny.
Okay. Yeah, that's where I'm headed.
Not too smart running up on us like that. Being night and all.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
So this is the camp that you saw in the 2017 E3 demo.
Ah, okay.
Hey, Manny. Hey, I haven't seen you in a while lately. You've been too busy to notice. Nose down. You work hard, they feed you.
Yeah, camper's life.
Yeah, camper's life. I read a book once, Zen and the Art of Bike Repair. You ever read it?
No, I didn't have a lot of time for books back in the day.
Yeah, I ran a shop, Farewell. Made all the grease monkeys read it. Being a mechanic requires great peace of mind, it said. Try working on an empty stomach. That'll focus your mind.
Manny, I'm looking for a bike.
Yeah? Oh. You don't want that one.
Why not?
It just came off the truck. I mean, some dumb son of a bitch left it out in the shit. Rusted up good. It rode hard, too. The fool that rode it didn't know shit about bikes.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Shot the eldest one. I mean, we just partied it out. I mean, it didn't even have a fuel pump. We could have used that.
Man, fuel pump like this one?
Okay.
Like this one, Manny.
Oh, okay. See, now when I said fool, what I meant was the fools that brought that bike in. See, they didn't tie that shit down properly, so they left it like rattling around back there.
Deke, let's talk.
Looks like you had some trouble.
Got hit hard last night. Rippers again. Twice now they've been up here. Some say looking for you and Boozer.
Out in the shit, folks say a lot of things.
Folks around here take care of their own. They go enough days without food. Well, you see how it is.
Lake not holding out?
We get a fair amount of trout, some catfish. Lake's fed by snowmelt. No one left to stock it with fish. Gonna run out sooner or later. As a kid, used to go hunting out here with the old man. We build deer blinds out here. Put down salt licks below us. Pick 'em off clean. Some winters had so much venison we couldn't eat it all.
I didn't think that was legal. Deer baiting back in the day.
My old man had only one law. The United States Constitution. If he could only see us now. America, land of the free.
We are that.
Can't remember the last time we had venison. With all the freaks. Well, I guess we're gonna learn to live without a lot of things, aren't we? Saw Leon the other day.
Yeah?
He was bringing me something.
Is that right?
Folks here in a lot of pain, Deke.
Oh, Leon. Doug said that he took off. No one's seen him.
Tell you what. You find his stash. You bring it to me. To me, Deke. You do that, well, we'll see what we can do for you.
The bike that your men stole, that your men parted out.
Salvage, Deke. Salvage.
All right. I'll try to keep that in mind.
By the way, nice hat.
What?
No, this one.
Don't you ever touch
Now, hold on. Leon wore a hat like this, didn't he?
Oh, Cope, I swear to God.
Don't. You want to do business in my camp? You start doing some runs for me.
Cope. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm here anyway. What do you got?
Now that's more like it. A group of drifters has been harassing my supply runs. They've moved into the radio tower west of O'Leary Mountain. Isn't that your backyard?
No, it's not, but I'll take care of them.
I thought you might. Go on. Get what's left of your piece of shit bike and get the hell out of my camp.
So some of this is based on personal experience. So I grew up in Southern Oregon, where there's a lot of truthers and a lot of people who love guns.
Sure.
My mom was a founding member of the National Association to Keep and Bear Arms. These are the guys that came up with the bumper sticker that says, You can take my rifle when you pry it from my cold, dead hands.
Classics.
So Copeland is kind of that. And each one of the encampments has a different philosophy on what does it mean to survive? How do you rebuild civilization? And so that's just one of the ways we sort of explore what would really happen if the world ended. Because there are guys out there like that who would build a camp like this.
Sure.
Yo, Deke, hold up. I just want to say how sorry I am. I didn't know, I swear.
You have any idea how much time I put into that bike? It was a drifter bike, Manny.
I know. I'll make it up to you, I swear. I put together a new one.
You call this piece of shit a bike?
I know. It's not... Look, I'll keep an eye out for more parts. I'll hook you up. I swear.
Okay, and what about my custom gas tank, Manny? You know, the one that I got from my dead wife. You gonna keep an eye out for that one, too?
Jesus, Deke, I'm sorry.
Just get the fuck out of my way.
So that's the opening sequence.
There we go.
And, in a lot of ways, it is kind of the journey of Deacon's bike. Because you start on his awesome drifter bike, and then you have that for the first few minutes of gameplay, and then it's gone. So the player gets a taste of it, and then you got to spend the next few hours of gameplay trying to rebuild it.
Gotcha. The bike gets Metroided.
Yeah, and so and by the way, it's like you asked if you could go places without your bike. Sure, you can. Bad idea.
So this is just one of the camps where you can come and buy stuff. Yada yada. Cool.
Yeah, so you can see that Copeland didn't trust Deacon very much. Obviously, they weren't best friends. But in order for Deacon to gain trust with this camp, he can bring food back to the kitchen. He can turn in his bounties, the freaker ears right here. And, those allow him to gain trust and credits he can spend at the merchant and obviously at the bike mechanic.
Hey, thanks for showing us so much of the game, guys.
You bet.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for
a lot,
watching,
man.
everybody. Absolutely. Stay tuned for a full month of coverage coming up from Game Informer. Bye, everybody.
Hey, welcome to another episode of New Gameplay Today. I'm your host, Jeff Cork, joined today by a whole lot of guys. We got Ben Hansen.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Hi, thanks for being here. We've got Jeff Marchiafava.
Hey,
thanks for being here. And we've got Leo Vader.
The fourth and final guy.
Thanks for being here. So we're looking at Days Gone.
Yeah, this is Game Informer's new cover story, and this is a whole mission in the game. Technically, picking up basically where we left off if you watch the first hour of gameplay, which you can also find at GameInformer.com/daysgone.
Yep.
This is basically where it leaves off, or we're going on a mission.
Booze, are you there?
Yeah, Deke.
How are you doing? How's the arm?
Like I said, I'll be fine.
Okay, I'm still gonna head out to that Nero checkpoint, find some sterile bandages, ointment or something.
Yeah, sure, whatever. I'm gonna go out. Make sure the mountain's clear.
Boozer, no! No, those are third-degree burns. You stay there, you rest. I'll be there as soon as I can.
I guess, I could use something for the pain.
All right, so in this mission... Oh, Deacon St. John.
Come on.
Seriously, Jabberjaws here, buddy.
This is it. The Nero checkpoint. I gotta find some shit for boozers.
St. John, this is Cope. When you get to the tower, our radio uplink.
Son of a bitch!
That's what sums it up.
Cork, were you playing?
Yes.
So this is
gameplay.
footage of me playing the game.
You were saying something?
St. John, this is Cope.
Shit.
When you get to the tower, our radio uplink has been shut down. I'll pay you to restore it.
Do characters ever quit yapping in this game? Nope. There we go. Jeff Cork, what is a Nero checkpoint?
Nero checkpoint. These are basically, there's a government agency, Nero National Emergency Response Organization, and they're basically FEMA, as we've said time and time again. And when
Like I was saying, some thinking to do. So these men, you know them? Because shutting down Radio Free Oregon seems kind of personal.
Goddamn right it's personal. They used to be a part of my camp. Seems they didn't like the rules against stealing, raping, murdering.
Well, maybe they're like me, just tired of listening to your paranoid truther bullshit. St. John out.
All right, now, Deacon, I think it's safe for us to talk now. So basically, these checkpoints were set up to kind of diagnose the infected people, kind of perform triage, figure out who could be saved, and then who they just needed to quarantine. So what I'm doing here is this is also a place where I can find some medical supplies to help my friend Boomer, who, as you saw in the first gameplay hour, is critically injured by the Rippers.
Yeah.
And so clearly you're in a hurry, which is why you're scavenging crap. From
Absolutely.
These cars.
Always need crap.
Boomer's over the radio. Deacon, I'm in a lot of pain here, buddy. Not digging through another cop car.
So
are
I
ya?
gave him a warning swing, which is a good move.
Also, as you can see on the screen, it says alpha gameplay. Important to stress, this game isn't coming out till early 2019, so
Yeah.
it might be a little rough around the edges, but it's still unbelievably generous that Sony Ben let us show this much of the game to give people a better idea of how it actually plays.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So now I'm just hanging out with a stool leg. I figure that's
good craftsmanship on that.
You could imagine. You could probably pretend it's one of those ornate pepper shakers from a fancy restaurant,
Right.
If that helps you.
So in the apocalypse, it's cockroaches, Twinkies, and stool legs.
Stool legs managed to survive. The tops of the tables gone.
Have you talked about how the melee works? Or do those have different stats? Different melee weapons you pick up?
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like different stance of swinging. No, there are different categories of weapons. So like the stool leg, as you can imagine, is not nearly as effective as like a machete or a hatchet.
Sure.
So here, if you've been reading along, I'm trying to get inside this trailer. Unfortunately, it's locked with electronic locks, which requires this generator here to get powered on. But
Right. And something kind of interesting, they talked about it in the first hour of gameplay that we posted earlier, but it's interesting that this is just 2 years, is that right, after the world goes to hell?
That's correct.
And so a lot of the machinery is still functioning. It's a kind of a cool space. I think we're all just kind of used to The Last of Us, where it's like, oh, Ellie doesn't even know about the old world.
Right.
But just to have this idea of like, it wasn't that long ago. Like all the car batteries are still fully charged. Things are relatively okay.
Yeah.
Other than the world being complete shit.
Right.
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 And at this point, I'm messing around with the weapon wheel here. I think I was talking to one of the team members about weapons. So
that generator didn't work.
The generator needs to be refueled.
It's always one thing or another in video games, ain't it?
So true.
What we should talk about is new gameplay today. If you're just tuning in for the Days Gone coverage, the whole framework for this show, this is a special case where we're showing a game from a cover story trip, which doesn't happen too often, but normally it's just whenever there's an embargo lifting on big games, we're going to show it off, damn it. You can't stop us. Stay tuned.
Thank you.
Stay tuned.
So now I'm going into my survival vision, which highlights kind of things that you can interact with. I was hoping that it would have a big flashing beacon for fuel, but it didn't. But that's okay. That's like an upgradable skill though that will let you. It'll highlight crafting materials, and then it can upgrade further to highlight enemies in the environment too. I think if you look at the Horde video, that's been upgraded so that the infected glow as well. But at this stage of the game, which is as you know very early in, it's not been upgraded.
Yeah, the Horde video will be coming up next week.
Yes.
For people to check out there.
All right, here's where I blew it big time.
Uh-oh.
You'll see. So if
What is
I'd been paying attention, you see those speaker icons at the top of this temporary shelter. I should have disabled those before restoring power because now they're basically blaring, "Hey, soup's on," and I'm the soup.
Oh, Deacon soup.
So were those marked before and you just didn't notice them, or do you have to really be carefully
I
check the
believe
environment?
they would have been marked if I'd gone into my Deacon St. John vision mode.
Detective mode?
And this is also the first time I had hands-on with the game, so I was still quick help guys, help.
You're showing how deadly the world is.
There you
man.
go.
There's no doubt about it.
Hey, the world comes for you. So here,
As Sony says over and over again.
So now I'm like, maybe I can find a new temporary shelter in the weapon wheel.
What if
I live here now?
What if I corner myself into this place with no reasonable escape?
Yep.
And see how it goes.
Exactly. So these starting weapons, you'll notice that when you pull up like a tighter aim mode here, the reticles get smaller, as you see in a lot of games. These starting weapons suck. I think I'm not using Boomer's shotgun. I think at the beginning you have the choice of taking his shotgun or leaving it with Boomer, and I'm a gentleman and I left it with Boomer. So that left me without a really good shotgun. This one clearly adequate, but he looks really sad there.
Oh God, nice work, getting out of there.
Yeah, but like the pistols in particular, I'm used to kind of being able to fake it till you make it with those things, and they're marginally better than melee, at least at the beginning when you're not you don't have the skills in game or in the game.
Yeah,
or better pistols.
Right.
Things like that.
It's such a tough balance for Sony Bend too, because it's like, well, it's a post-apocalyptic world. We want crappy guns, but how do you show crappy guns without just every player grabbing the controller for 20 seconds and saying this weapon sucks?
Yeah.
Like, it's a tough thing to communicate. They're like, well, in some ways they're kind of supposed to suck, and finding a dividing line between what's intentional versus maybe the game, like the gunplay isn't hitting as hard as you'd expect in a game. That's a tough line. But
absolutely. I was like, initially when I first started, I was like,
Speakers.
Oh, this super sucks. Like, I do not like this pistol at all.
Yeah.
And I learned that you need to be more methodical with it. It's not just like it's not the Halo pistol.
Yes, sterile bandages. Just what the doctor ordered. Now I just gotta get this back to Boozer. Oh,
But what is this?
This is the neuro injector. So here you've got a little bit of choice here at the beginning. You can add stamina or health to your meter, or also increase your focus ability. So you're given a choice at these neuro checkpoints. These devices are there. So I think I went with stamina because at this point I'd been rolling a lot, sprinting a lot, because I realized that I wasn't going to be able to go toe-to-toe with these infected freakers.
Just say freakers, Cork. Just get used to saying freakers.
I will never get used to
freakers.
that.
Yep.
better living through chemistry.
In the cover story, did you call them freakers or infected?
I kind of bounce back and forth.
Okay, all right, bold choice.
Thank you.
Checkpoint looted.
Yeah.
The way they should do it is you inject it into your legs for stamina and your heart for health and your brain for focus.
That's pretty
There you
smart.
But
Just go
only
right
one
through the
leg at
ear.
a time.
So he just runs in a circle.
Yes. Very effectively, though. Yeah. So you see that I have unlocked this area as a checkpoint. So now if I die, I have an option of spawning here. It will spawn you at the closest checkpoint. They still seem to be fairly spread out. At some point in this video, we'll pop open the map and you can kind of see it a little better. But
yeah.
And also you have access to your weapons locker at all checkpoints. It's kind of a Resident Evil style weapons locker system.
Time to get the hell out of here.
And you still got that speaker going, Cork.
Yeah. Then I drove away from it.
The only way to get rid of the speaker
Absolutely.
is to drive away from the speaker.
Son of a bitch!
I just really wanted to hit that tree, which...
Yeah, make sure the collision detection moves working
yeah,
correctly.
it's working, and that fence as well.
Not a motorcyclist in real life, are you, Jeff Gord?
Well, you'll also notice it's raining, so things maybe don't handle as well.
That's true.
That
That's
means
true.
it's working as intended.
Yeah.
You always looked back over your shoulder and gave a big thumbs up to the devs.
Yeah,
when that
I
happened.
winked at them and they winked back. So, yep.
And this is kind of your home base at the start of the game. At
Exactly.
Hey, Boozer, I found some shit for your arm. Boozer? Shit. Boozer! Hey!
Oh, shit! Shit, Deke. Could have blown your goddamn head off.
Look, let me see that arm, huh?
No, I got
Come on,
this.
let me see that arm.
I
Come on, all right.
Deke. Thanks, brother. Look, I'll be better, okay? I'm gonna be fine.
So there they said that if, depending on the choice you made the first time, you get to choose like to leave the shotgun with Boomer or not. That obviously will play out a little differently. I can't imagine it'll be significantly different because this is the only one I saw, but he probably doesn't give you like a finger gun if he doesn't have it.
He crafted a shotgun while you were away.
Exactly.
Then you take that one from him, too.
Yeah. A lot of foreshadowing on Boomer there. You think he's making it through the game, Cork?
Oh, boy.
He's in rough shape now.
Does he die and come back as a zombie that you have to kill?
Ooh.
We did ask if you recognize any freakers in the game.
That's true, and they said no.
They said no.
They're not going to be the first zombie story to ever not have that happen, right?
It's
They have been
possible.
playing up his head tattoos, which, who knows?
Pretty signature.
Pretty easy to recognize guy.
Maybe we won't. Maybe we won't recognize him because his personality is so different.
Oh,
as a
I don't even
freaker,
know you.
know?
You've changed
Yep.
so much. Also, you're a freaker.
Come on, Boomer.
Can I ask a very basic question about these freakers?
Yes.
Yes.
They're headshot guys, right? You shoot them in the head.
It
and they
doesn't.
die a lot
Actually,
faster?
you're kind of not discouraged from shooting them in the head, but if you do shoot them in the head, you won't be able to collect their ears, which are used as kind of an in-game currency to gain renown with different factions.
Right. It's
So-
like shooting somebody in the purse. You wouldn't do it.
Exactly. So you can shoot them in the head, and that will kill them, but also they're not like zombie rules apply. You can shoot them anywhere, and
Okay.
that would ordinarily kill someone.
That's really surprising. Do they die faster from headshots though? So it's like a trade-off.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool.
You seemed a little bit confused about the concept of freaker ears as a currency,
Mhm.
Leo. I'm a little confused as to why you reacted such a way.
Yeah. I just punched the gas can because
Just take like their fingers or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I were starting a post-apocalyptic society,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like, let's make the only possible currency we could have that would make it harder to kill the guys that are
Well,
trying to
if
kill
you
us.
made them fingers, though, Leo, you could get 10 from every freaker that you killed in tournament. How are they
Yeah,
going to know?
And plus, freaker ears are a delicacy in this world as well. So it's kind of like a double thing. Like you get to eat them after you pay your bills.
nice.
You understand.
So you'll notice
Yeah.
that it said horde discovered. We don't see that horde in this video because as soon as that popped up, I ran in the other direction because I did not want to fight a horde.
Yeah, yeah. I was while you were doing this, I was dicking around in the open world probably way too
Mhm.
much, and I also just stumbled across a horde on my playthrough. Like, oh crap! I just have to get out of here as soon as I can. And
Yeah.
that's a fun dynamic in the open world. It's like
Yeah.
having the PUBG meteors hit all of a sudden. You know?
Yeah. Fans of reading UI probably notice it says clear the camp 0 out of 11, and yes, that means there are 11 people in this camp. Once you kill 11 of them, the camp has been cleared. But I'm trying to sneak my way around this. This is my first attempt. I don't believe it goes well because I call it a first attempt. And here, kind of on the perimeter, there's some stuff you can loot. As you get different recipes, it's kind of interesting. You first start off, you can craft like bandages and a couple of like super basic things, Molotov cocktail. As you get more sophisticated recipes, then ingredients to make those things will surface in the world. So right now, there's a bunch of junk that isn't being highlighted that you can't pick up because he doesn't know that he has a need for styrofoam, for instance, or like random bits of circuitry and stuff. So
And also, you use the same different items for different crafting things, and they're
Mhm.
kind of at odds with each other. So if you
Yeah.
get, the rag, you can either use it for a Molotov, which is
Mhm.
helpful, or use it as a bandage to
Mhm.
heal yourself.
Yep.
And so you have to make those decisions as you go along.
So here, fairly standard open world stuff at this point where if you're in binocular vision, you can tag enemies so that they show up on the screen even when you're not in that mode anymore.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the open world is Oregon.
It's true.
Yeah, which they say is a high desert, which is one of those weird geographical facts I was not aware of. They're like,
Mhm.
oh, majority of Oregon. It's considered a high desert, which is like the same style as South America. So they end up raising a lot of llamas in Oregon because of that environment. And so, of course, we asked if there are llamas in this game, and they said, save it for the sequel.
Save it for the sequel.
So no llamas. Also, Days Gone 2 confirmed, but llamas seems to be the crucial part. They were joking, by the way.
Working title: Llamas Rising.
Now I got you. Don't let him go!
All right, so
Incoming! Do this! Cover!
They say incoming. How about you come into us?
I've laid out the perfect trap.
I think I did the same thing when I played through this as well.
You also lit Freedom Ring?
Mhm.
Yep.
So this mission, you're clearing out the camp because these guys have taken over that radio tower, which Copeland is using to broadcast Radio Free Oregon. So the purpose here is to clear out the camp and then restore power back to that radio station to make Copeland happy. And as you make camp leaders happier, you gain access to higher tiers of equipment. Like Copeland, for instance, has like a mechanic, so he's kind of the place you go to for bike parts. There's another encampment you can go to and kind of work to build a relationship there, and you get better weapons and everything. So
You like that Copeland guy, Cork?
he seems fine. I mean, basically, just a bunch of assholes left anyway, right? So
One asshole's the same as the next asshole.
Exactly.
Maybe there's one camp that we haven't seen yet where everyone's just lovely.
everyone's
It's
just super
utopia.
cool.
Yeah.
They're just like, yeah, just Take what you want. Be cool.
The-
We're all
the
in this together.
Awareness thing turns red, and they say, "Oh, hello, neighbor."
Someone needs a cupcake. Free career cupcakes.
Ooh, like how we make dollar bill cupcakes.
All right, so I get 3 left, and I think at this point I kind of move around. You can build traps too, which I don't think I ever did in this playthrough.
You're being very strategic with this, but it is a tough game overall. There's no easy mode. They really want to make you think and methodically go through this stuff.
The camps are probably the most analogous to other, open world activity kind of things.
Yeah. Mhm.
But they did feel different because of how deadly the enemies were, at least to me.
Yeah.
Even something like Horizon, it feels much more like, hey, I can just charge in here and I'm gonna be okay.
Right.
Because you have so many abilities and weapons at your disposal and they all feel good. Whereas, like Cork was saying, this pistol is not the easiest weapon, and you don't want to.
Here, let's just take a quick Mac break. They should make that button so big if they don't want you to push it.
Look at the Deacon looking at a map, and then you just see like the sniper rifle laser on the other side. He's like, "What is that? Some sort of moving target? Legend? What is that?"
What do you guys make of the XP popping up when you shoot? That's been a point of controversy.
It really has. I was surprised by the number of people that brought it up because we're used to it at this point.
People don't like that?
They don't. And there is the option. The dev team said there are a lot of debates about it, and there is the option to turn it off in the final game. So
I like it.
You do.
Yeah.
And the debate when it was first brought up, we're like, I don't know about that XP thing. The developers, the creative director said yes, but when you're fighting the Horde and you take out like a huge swath of them with an explosion, and you see that avalanche of XP popping up, like you can't help but have a good guttural reaction as a gamer of like, oh, that's satisfying. And so that's the trade-off,
Yeah.
you know?
And there's also the practical effect of something like here where, Cork shot that guy, but he's not dead yet. And you definitely, to me, it was really helpful to have that XP pop up and know, okay, I can stop shooting at this guy now because he's down.
Yeah, yeah, definitely during the opening hour, if people watch that, it stands a little bit more when it's more of like a cinematic presentation, one freaker at a time, yada, yada, yada. Then it's like, well, that just really takes me out of the level of immersion here. But as you go deeper into the game, I'd imagine you're so used to it at a certain point.
I gave that guy every opportunity to run away, by the way. Warning shot after warning shot.
You're very generous.
Yep. Yeah, so finally, a non-headshot kill, which I think I earned.
That was the focus shot you just did, I assume?
Yeah. In my mind, I said, let's dance, but no. It played out really well.
And you have very little health left here, Cork.
It's true.
No healing items left.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
okay. That's not a problem, as you'll see.
As you'll see, you're going to take a nap by these sandbags, just recover all your health.
Yep. Again, 4 warning shots. Very proud of that.
Is that Mount Bachelor back there, Jeff Cork?
It could be.
The Mount Bachelor?
Oregon fans, silence out there.
You won't be able to hear the video.
So that guy clearly is just not interested in what his friend was shooting at.
Earbuds are in, probably.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, listening to the static that was Radio Free Oregon at one point. This radio don't work no more.
They do have a cool camp up here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no watchtower where you and Boomer live, but
There we go.
it's cool.
Oh,
Pretty
man.
self-satisfied.
That's
Music to my
real
ears.
Great toss.
Some sadist, apparently.
Who
Jeez.
needs a radio?
Yeah.
Looting.
I wonder if anyone ever deceives each other in this world by taking a human ear and being like, it's freakerish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just leave it out
No,
in
I
the
can
sun
see
for a
your
minute.
ear is gone, dude.
Just wears a bloody stocking cap everywhere.
One ear short, and he comes back 5 minutes later.
No, it's only the left ear.
It's true. See, they've thought through everything.
True. So here I'm using scrap to repair this. I just happen to have enough.
Yeah. Same stuff you
I've
used to
been
repair
looting
your bike
everything.
along the way.
And some crafting, I think, as well. You can reinforce melee items.
Drop it!
If you had bullets, I wouldn't be breathing now, would I?
Please, mister.
I don't shoot women if I have a choice. Do I have a choice?
I ain't got nothing. I got nowhere to go.
He is first and foremost a gentleman.
Always Deacon style. Jumping ahead a little bit.
So this is inside one of the bunkers. The enemy camps here, they usually have, I think they were saying plans to make something new, a recipe, and then also a thing that you find that will give you another checkpoint.
Also, now you have a gnarly stool leg, which is nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got a recipe that taught me how to stick some spikes in it. Wouldn't have figured that out otherwise. How do they do it?
I love this environment. It looks so cool. This is the type
That's
of
a
place I would
safe.
love to live.
So anyway, here's the bunker. So you can see, I think this is to illustrate that once I find a map in this area, it'll kind of reveal some of the fog of war.
Also, a small detail on the map that I really think is cool. Going by the day-night cycle in the game, you saw it said 731 days gone.
Yeah.
It starts out at 0, and then it'll count up throughout the course of the game.
I don't
Or
think
no,
it
not
doesn't
at 0.
start at 0.
It's with the apocalypse.
Right.
So 2 years ago. So I can't do that math, but
right.
But I just love that it changes throughout the course of the game with the day-night
Deke,
cycle.
you there?
Yeah.
It's probably nothing. Sounded like bike engines riding somewhere on the mountain.
Shit.
Right.
So you can see there now. If you want to fast travel between points, you're free to do so. If there's a infestation though that's between them, the 2 points that shows up in red, you can't fast travel
Finished
between
clearing the
that
radio
until
tower for
you
Copeland.
clear out that
I'm gonna
area.
climb the tower, see if I can see
Okay.
anything.
And there's your gun locker.
And there's your desk.
Just
hanging out.
Just live down here
Soaking
with
it in.
Boomer.
Yeah.
It's so much safer. There's probably more medicine that Boomer's going to need for that arm.
They probably had supplies for 12 people.
Exactly.
Supplies.
You could eat their corpses.
Oh, yeah.
Future wife potentially roaming around. Unclear.
Yeah. I got a lot of extra attention from those two. Deacon and that lady.
That's the subtlety of the writing, man.
Yeah.
It's a real meat cute.
Now, what is this? That's what Jeff Cork was saying to the developer. And what's that big tower up there?
Should I pressure the map button again?
No, for the love of God, no.
You're gonna burn it into our TV, you idiot.
Hey, Deke, you okay? You don't sound like yourself.
It's nothing. You know, I just let this drifter get the drop on me. Lucky for me, she was out of ammo.
You let her go, didn't you?
Okay, yeah, fuck. Yes, I let her go.
One of these days, Deke, that code of yours is gonna get you killed.
Yeah, well, something's gonna do it, right? Does it matter what? Deacon out.
Think on that.
God, I wish I could say Deacon out whenever I wanted to.
You can.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
No idea.
I was going to ask if climbing was in this game at all. I saw a tree that looked like it might be climbable earlier, but is it just ladders? It
He's
seems
just
like,
into
or like
ladders.
ledges.
Ladders and ledges. That's
The
what
big
he's
two.
into.
He
Yeah.
takes the easy way out. Yeah, he's no Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus, what a climb. All right, let's see what the hell Boozer's talking about. We're right. Someone's on the mountain. I see smoke from their campfire.
Oh, son of a bitch. I knew I heard something. Where are they? I'm gonna head out there.
No, god damn it, Boozer. Gotta get your arm healed up so we can ride the hell out of here. I'll take care of him.
Ah, shit. It's just... I'm going a little stir-crazy here, Deke.
Just try to stay awake in case they head your way. Deacon out.
So do you think that there will be a mission to find a book for Boozer so he stops looking for trouble? Keep him occupied.
Could be, but then it turns out
100%.
that book belonged to a horde of freakers, and then they come take him out. Also, big debate. Let you slide down the ladder or not.
Yep.
Apparently amongst the team, it was one of those big decisions of, I don't think it's a Deacon thing to do. It's what players want to do, but does it break immersion?
Almost there. Yeah, come on, keep going. Almost there.
That's it. I do like Deacon's performance. Sam Witwer is the actor here, who has played Emperor Palpatine in every Star Wars thing known to man, apparently. But he has a certain breathy delivery for all of his lines that I kind of like.
They're lies too.
Yeah,
None of this
well.
actually happened.
Look, he's better at talking than I am. All right, jumping ahead.
No, that's how that happens. You just instantly wake up on a motorcycle.
It's done. Radio tower is locked down, and I restored your radio uplink.
Copy that. You may not see the value in the St. John, but Radio Free Oregon is the only thing keeping us from turning into savages.
No, Cope. The only thing keeping us from turning into savages is about 9 square meals. Try going hungry for 3 days. There ain't no such thing as a starving patriot.
Well, sir, I hope to God you're wrong about that. Copeland out.
Radio Free Oregon. Jesus, what have I done?
Yeah, there's not like a stay on the road kind of a system where, you know, the AI will take over if you want to do fine-tuned shooting or anything like that. You're constantly riding the bike.
I'm heading to that camp
Nice.
spotted north of the
Nice.
mountain.
And that hurts your bike, of course. I feel like I've got, what, 59 or 49% health on my bike. And this is
that's what that is.
this is where I learned, yeah, this was a bad idea.
So I assume that's percent health and then scrap you can use to repair it?
Exactly.
Yes, you got it, man.
Oh, actually,
Cool.
yeah, at this point, I'm a little bit smarter. I'm parking farther away from the camps. I think the first time, which you may not have seen in here, I just drove right up to the mission starting point. At that point, you just may as well have gotten on the loudspeaker and said, "Hey, Deacon Sunshine's here."
Well, what if
Also-
a train comes, Cork? You sure that's a smart place to put your bike?
That
Oh
is true.
gosh, maybe someone will rescue it. Who knows?
Hey, new menu for people.
Yeah.
Brief
Collectibles.
glimpse.
Journals.
Little rage shout out.
Yeah.
Top there.
E3 leak.
Look at you go.
I love people are more into maps than you would think. Like there was like a glimpse of a map in
I
the
love a
first
good
video
map.
we put up, and people like immediately
Mhm.
grabbed it, analyzed it, and it's like, yeah, we should have realized that people would be super into that stuff.
So that
Oh,
was
hello, buddy.
This is Radio Free Oregon. The truth shall set you free. Who remembers the skid rows of this great country? People living on the streets in boxes and tents because they couldn't afford the American dream.
Who's man? You were right. They set up low.
So here, yeah, this is a camp like with a lot of traps that have been laid around
yeah.
here.
I love hearing panicked enemies. Nothing better.
Can you switch
you
the
can-
shoulder? Your
You
aim?
can
Cool.
like that.
How did you do that?
The master.
That button.
I
I don't remember.
I was
offhand.
trying to figure that out and
Oh.
I failed.
So then you can
Did you
disarm
step
the
on this?
traps,
They set up on the railroad tracks.
and then you can place them again if you
Yes.
want to. I think we saw that in one of the E3 demos the first time.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of that.
Yeah, I like that too. There's some other traps coming up here, which look at this. I'm like a little ninja.
Unconventional.
Imagine, Cork, like when the apocalypse actually happens,
Mhm.
how quickly they're going to sell out of bear traps at stores.
Oh god, there's gonna be a huge run on them.
Yeah. They're going to have bear traps outside the stores to try and cool people down from rushing in to buy more bear traps.
And ear removal kits.
They're pretty cheap now at Walmart if you just want to go pick up some.
And here
Black
I was
Friday.
kind of surprised at how well hidden everyone is. You know, I
Yeah.
guess everyone's loaded up on camo and everything, but
Don't have to be like this. No, sir.
There's this reasoning.
Is that because they know you're there, or is that
Yeah.
they just waiting in ambush always?
yeah, I think they know I'm here at this point. Yeah.
Whole world's one big ambush, baby.
Yep.
Damn.
So there's a noise trap there. There's some cans on a tripwire that I.
Oh.
Oh, really? Cans
Mhm.
on a tripwire. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Wow.
Boing, boing, boing. Good looking jump there.
Mhm.
It's not too late to go get your motorcycle.
Oh, I think at this point, it's coming up in a second. The guy I was giving the demo said, "Here, let me take over," and give him the controller, and that's what he does immediately. I
This
was
is a
like,
convenience story. Don't blame it on the game director, Jeff Ross. There's no way that
it was
actually happened.
absolutely Jeff Frost did that, and then he handed it back right after that. No joke. I was like, "Well, thanks a lot. That
It-
was super helpful."
in a cold sweat.
Yeah, I was very angry.
You take it. You take it.
Yeah, as you can see the red on the map there, kind of, so that would prevent me from fast traveling through that
Through
area
there,
until
yeah.
you clear it out, which
Ah.
is pretty cool.
Gotcha.
So here there's a lot of supplies, as you can see. This is apparently their secret stash. Thank you very much.
Wood looks cool. No reason to take logs though.
Yeah, you want to keep your wood wet or dry rather for fire purposes and whatnot.
You got it, dude.
But I like this little touch. There's a trap just right on the other side of that train car. So if you just blasted through there and got cocky,
yeah,
you'd set that off instantly. So.
How often did you guys see the factions interacting, humans and zombies? I mean, infected, freakers.
Stay tuned.
Okay, okay. Sorry.
So
it is definitely a thing. That is definitely a strategy. Is like even firing into the air around a camp, which will attract the freakers to take out the humans, which is always a good time.
That seems like it'd be fun, is to go around and disarm every single one of their traps and then just lure freakers there.
Yeah, if you're into torturing people, it's the way to go.
Yeah, big time.
Good stuff.
Hey, how about Reservoir Dogs? That Michael Madsen character probably has one post-apocalypse dollar, huh?
He's saving it in his back pocket. I forget if he died.
Who could say?
Figure all that.
Some nice tagging. The old staple.
To my side! On your side, move it!
Does that tag seem to last forever? Or do you upgrade that? Okay.
Also, the slow-mo thing, that's an upgrade you get. Couple.
Very. So I wonder if you're related to Michael from GTA.
Why did I move to Oregon? I guess it was the weather. I like occasional rain.
Wow. Ow.
That was Jeff Quirk. That wasn't Deacon St. John saying that, just in case people are worried about the dialogue in this game.
His voice took on a real terrible quality all of a sudden.
Was not available for retakes.
I'm being very dumb here, but okay. I was gonna say I really should be into that focus vision or survival vision more often, just because this place is so trapped.
Quirk, overall, leaving this trip, did you feel like, Days Gone is about what I expected it was from what we had seen so far?
No, I guess it's difficult to say. I went into the trip. I've seen the E3 stuff. I was kind of like, I wouldn't say ambivalent about it, but I wasn't like super stoked.
Yeah.
Like, I guess I could play this, but I really had a good time playing it.
Yeah, especially so many people are going to be comparing it to State of Decay 2, which is coming out surprisingly soon. Do you feel like there's slightly different camps for people?
I think it does kind of hit a lot of the same notes, though, for me at least. I kind of enjoy the more methodical scouting stuff out.
Yeah, but you also enjoy Dead Rising, so who the hell knows what
all over
like.
the stupid map. This was all a ploy, though, to attract that freaker.
Oh, I hear him.
Oh, there was a freaker standing up there?
Yeah, I saw it clearly.
Oh, leave it alone.
What do you say now, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna make it hurt by taking so many shots.
You're grazing him till he dies.
Make him think about it.
Or am I? I'm a fan of taking out the last guy with a...
Job
well
finished.
done, sir.
Yeah, I guess humans tend to win those encounters, huh? One human versus one freaker.
More often than not.
Makes sense. These people have survived a while.
Yeah. I love seeing everybody camping out, all the different sleeping bags all around. It's always fun to see.
Yeah. It definitely is a unique looking world.
Oregon?
Nice and green.
Yeah.
It's
Just the wilderness focus of it.
Mm-hmm.
They won't be doing any more killing on O'Leary Mountain. Just rest up, Booze Man. Rest up. We're riding north as soon as your arm heals. You got that?
All right,
I assume he got it.
He got it.
He should have said Deacon over.
That's true. We forgot about that.
He was waiting. Boozer's waiting.
Deke, you there?
Boozer, why the hell aren't you in your damn bunk?
I couldn't sleep. You remember what I said back in the tunnel? Go up there, Deke. It's making you crazy. Then what are the tulips for, huh? I saw them, Deke. Here on the table. This morning. The same ones she had at the wedding. I remember.
I'm not gonna... Listen, Boozer, get some rest. I gotta go. Deacon out. And then the tulips, Boozer, there's stone crop. Get it right.
No flower expert. Deacon out.
Mm-hmm. Botany, you ever heard of it?
Deacon out.
See?
Doesn't matter, yeah.
Yeah.
St. John, you out there? Drifter, we got work for you. You still owe me some runs.
They call you Drifter?
Copeland, yeah.
Yep.
I hear you. If I'm out.
Just you and the open road.
Yep.
The old open train tracks.
Right in the rails. Toot toot. So this is clear the infestation. This is a bunch of these nests.
This is it. Oh, god damn it. This camp is gonna be crawling. Yeah. Nah, you gotta leave the bike out here. Pull all of them down on you.
Ravens. Goddamn birds. Where there's ravens, well, there's nests. Oh, where else? Yeah, it looks like the kind of place you want to call home, yeah. Okay, gotta be careful, God damn it, what you all shit yourself at once? Jesus Christ.
Quicker smell, which is an important detail.
Smell like poo-poo and doo-doo.
This place is a death trap.
Okay.
Oh my god.
This is their home.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had a Frank West style stick my arms out and swing around for a while with the machete out. But
The greatest move. There's like an equivalent of that in Yakuza 6.
Yeah.
Where you just grab somebody and spin them around.
Getting an old knife workout going on here, Cork.
yeah. So that one doesn't break, which is nice. You just keep.
Killer.
That went really well. I have to
Deacon
say.
style.
This place is a death trap.
Okay.
How do you equip a trap or aim and throw it? That's what I want to know.
I don't really remember. I wish there was something telling us.
It's a secret.
Yeah, secret to most everybody. Cool looking nest.
Fire in the
So here's where I should have run away, but instead I'm just admiring my handiwork, which is a bad plan. So it turns out. The old kick him up the stairs move, which also not great.
Kick him when they're down, kick him up the stairs. There we go. You got it, man.
Gotta go.
Oh, their screeches just never end. That was, I mean, they probably had little babies in that nest, like birds. They had everything going on in there, Cork.
Yeah. Oh, I really ruined their days.
Well, there's only one way for them to go.
So I'm just gonna run away forever.
Okay.
And again, I can't overstate rather. Like running away is just the best thing in this game. You don't want to stand your ground as often as you may impulsively want to. Like the smart thing is just to keep moving.
For sure.
Thanks, Hanson, for joining us. Thanks, Rocky Bob.
Yeah.
Thanks, Vader, for joining us.
Yeah.
And viewers, thank you for watching this video.
There we are. Go out on top.
This is a good strategy overall. To learn even more, see even more about Days Gone, go to the URL on the screen, GameInformer.com/Days Gone. Coming up next week, we're going to have a ton of Horde footage, so a lot more to come. Stay tuned, everybody.